Hey, everybody, it's Stephen Moran and Douglas Yates, and we are live on this Friday afternoon. How you doing in Newport there, Douglas?
Doing great, having a good time. Excited about the progress of what's happening here, and meeting some incredible people. We're out there. The word's out basically now that we're ready to start bringing on nonprofits and stuff, and so they're starting to line up a little bit, which is great for everyone, great for all of us. So that's
Yeah,
exciting. So we may have some really cool announcements coming up. But until something's concrete, we'll keep it under wraps, and then we'll let everybody know after that.
absolutely. Things are moving along good. I'm excited, guys. I'm going out next week. I'm going out to Joe Polish. We've got the Genius Network 25K Club, the annual meeting, which is the big meeting out in Scottsdale next week out at the JW Marriott out in Camelback, and that is going to be just an insane meeting. There are so many big players in the world out there that are tied to foundations and nonprofits and all these kind of great things. It's really going to be fun to get out there and share that with everybody. So lots and lots of cool stuff coming up. What's going on with anything on a technical side that you wanted to hit there, Doug?
Yeah, so we're about 2 weeks into the exchange being up, and it's going good. We're getting through the hiccups, and I know that it's a little cumbersome, and so that's why I put out that video in Discord of how to actually buy and sell wheels. And so it works pretty good, and you guys are getting feedback on that, so which is great. And this machine that on Monday is starting to up a little bit, and then it'll get going faster and faster and faster, and the faster it goes and the more volume we get, the more we start sharing. And so this is the beginning, which is extremely exciting. So get if you haven't done your KYC or registered in TOAX.exchange, please do. That's the right now that's the only way that we know how to share with you is there. And if you're not KYC registered, it's very difficult for us to share the gross receipts with you. So it's very important. You don't have to move your wheels in if you don't want to. You can keep your trust wallet the way it is. Doesn't You don't have to change that. Um, but you do need to register and complete the KYC. And we're a little backed up. It's taken like 40 hours in elapsed time to get all the approvals in. So just stay a little bit patient on that. So that's exciting. We are making some changes to the exchange, the buy and sell of the wheels process to make it a little bit intuitive, more intuitive, or intuitive. It wasn't intuitive before, so at least it's going to be intuitive, and they make it easier, simpler to be able to do that. That's in it's in the process right now, the development process. They finished development. We're doing the unit testing and the integration testing right now. So that's exciting. Let me see. Meeting some really great people. In fact, I was telling Steve earlier, a buddy of mine invited me to go with them last night to a watch meetup. The meetups, where people with common interest meet up and talk about the common interest. And so this was a high end watch meetup, and so I went with them. But here's the cool part, and how it relates to TOAX, is I met the ex. He was very high up, like executive vice president in Louis Vuitton, and now he's the CEO of Omega Watches out of Turkey. And then another guy who's his friend, who runs another very popular high end watch company out of Australia. The name escapes me right now, but they gave presentations, and then I was listening to them, and one of the guys is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner and a teacher. So I said, hey, I got this company, TOAX, and we're bringing on the Brazilian jiu-jitsu community in pretty soon. And that his eyes lit up on that, and so he took my number. He's all, I got to follow up with you, and I showed him kind of how he's very philanthropic, and so he was very interested in what we're doing for charities and such. And so is the ex Louis Vuitton guy, and he's the now works for Omega Watches. Very very interested in using this platform for their charitable type of reach out. So that's exciting. We got a lot of the buzz has started. Is was kind of what I'm trying to communicate here. So it's very exciting, especially for you guys that came in early, like in December of last year. Stuff it's starting. That machine, that payoff machine, is starting to happen, and it's only. I told this to I just came out of a meeting with another gentleman that has great forays into the nonprofit market, and I said we're kind of starting to run downhill now, which means we're going pretty fast, but we got to keep our legs going because we don't. If you ever tried running downhill, sometimes you stumble and stuff. Well, that's what is happening right now, and we're running as fast as we can. And we're going downhill, and we're going to get to the destination very, very quickly. So I'll just leave it at that, and I'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, we've I'm working on some automated marketing things for the gold NFTs, the TOAX NFTs, and that's going to all be ready before next week. I'm having that ready. We're going to be looking for some joint venture partners. It's really interesting. When we started this, I thought we were going to be kind of having to work kind of from the bottom up, kind of one at a time with type things, right? And now since the trip in Dubai and like with the trip I've got coming up next week, going out to this Genius 25K network event, it's so nice being able to go present such a high-end quality project to people that are already at the top that have so much sphere of influence, and kind of work our way from the top down, because doing one good job for one big, person here that really has a lot of power and a lot of weight is just going to make things spread so quickly and so fast. And, just kind of, as we've even been opening up our eyes to the fact that, there's just so much opportunity out there, even for, for-profit businesses. There's businesses out there that are not publicly traded businesses, they could get involved in that, which kind of brings me back to, I want to, pat myself on the back and say, okay, well, the Elon Musk, just pulled off this deal on Twitter, right, for $44 billion. And now he's already got an alignment there with Binance. Binance wired him $500 million a couple of days ago to help close on that deal. And I think I told everybody that would listen before this happened that, somebody was going to go out and either go, do a reverse merger or go private, right? Or have to do something like that in order to be doing a big token play. And I think that, Twitter is going to be a token play, guys. It's got to be a token play. There's, he didn't spend $44 billion to buy Twitter, so he has a pet. Okay. I mean, it's a pretty expensive pet, right? He's a smart guy. He's the richest guy in the world and one of the smartest guys in the world. He's got to have an exit strategy, and that exit strategy is tokenizing Twitter. Okay. So you heard it here first. And when he does tokenize it, make sure you buy some tokens. Okay. This is going to be a good thing for all of us because, right now, up until this time, we've been swimming in a blue ocean. Okay. We're in an ocean that, we understand the game, and we've dedicated the time and resources necessary to build the infrastructure to go out and deploy what we're going to be able to deploy, which is the secret to all this, guys, is the easy button. Okay. The secret to all of this is being able to put a button on somebody's website and let them be able to transact cryptocurrencies. Okay. That is the secret to everything. Okay. And being able to get them listed on an exchange. Doug, I don't know if he mentioned, but he went out, he's getting us listed on CoinMarketCap, getting the exchange and our token listed on CoinMarketCap. Well, you can't just go list your token on CoinMarketCap. They want to know what exchange you're on, right? So we're doing the same thing now. We're getting listed on the exchange and on CoinMarketCap. But everybody that comes in and is part of what we do, they don't have to worry about going out and getting listed on the exchange. They don't need to worry about educating people where they're going to go to do this kind of stuff. It makes me think like, all the people I'm going to be meeting with next week that are all kind of in the information and these other kinds of worlds with these huge sales funnels and huge giant audiences. It's going to be so easy for some of them to just want to go out and do their own kind of a token, and tokenize their own, really leave a legacy by creating their own currency, okay, within their community. And, we've created the infrastructure for everybody to be able to plug into that type of thing and be able to be listed on something right away and get something done right away and get a button put on their website, okay? Because remember, in most sales, okay, outside of like crypto, most sales are done with like a sales letter of some sort, right? a video sales letter, a long form sales letter, these types of things. If you've got this great project and it's such a great deal, and somebody's got to go find it on XYZ375.io exchange, right? To try and find you. And then once they find you, there's still nothing there to sell them on what you're all about. Okay. Guys, life isn't that easy. Things don't just sell just because you're on an exchange or whatever. You still have to have a story. People got to understand what your story is. Why should I want to, trade in this? Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to be part of this community? And that's what the easy button does. The easy button gives people the ability to go ahead and traditionally do the traditional same kind of marketing that they do now, but put these buy now buttons right on their website. So they can have sales letters, they can have sales videos, they can educate their community as to why this is important. Where if you're just going to Coinbase and you're going, well, it looks good. It's got 3 letters behind the symbol. It costs this much. Well, what do you think, Martha? Do you think we should do this? It's like, it's just not the same thing. So we're really empowering people to go to a totally different level. We're trying to, empower to what everybody's already been conditioned to do since the website, right? Since the internet, we all conditioned to go buy on a vendor's website if you want something. And, we wouldn't be able to go do this with the nonprofits the way we're planning on doing it if we didn't have this easy button, because we can't change their habits, right? They donate now, they select how much they want to, and then they get the pop-up that says, hey, as a way of saying thank you, like to offer you our charity's tokens of appreciation as a way of saying thank you. If you'd like to participate, boom. Okay, they're in. Nothing changes. We didn't change the customer's, way of doing things. And that's one of the biggest challenges with crypto is you've got people and, bringing these things together and then got to put them somewhere else. Then you got to put together training videos and show people how to go find it. Okay. And do all of these other things. And I think we're really going to shortcut that in ways that nobody else has really thought of with a lot of the things that we're doing. So it's exciting. It's, really excited about where we're at and what we're going to be doing. And hope everybody's ready to have a nice, beautiful weekend. It sure is beautiful out here in sunny San Diego. So I'm going to go spend some time with the wife and kids this afternoon. And you got anything plans for the weekend, Doug?
Yeah. I got meetings all weekend, all about TOAX. So that's exciting for me. It's going to be a good weekend. I'm meeting some pretty cool people that hopefully I'm going to have some great news. But not hopefully, I know I'm going to have some great news back at our next couple updates. But I just want to give another perspective of what Steve just said. The key to an exchange is volume, right? And you guys know that the way that we structured this business plan, we're getting these communities on, which has built-in volume. So we're not having to advertise for volume because they're coming to us. But in order to make that volume keep growing and growing and reoccurring, that's the story. The story's got to be told. The story about the Ken Moran Charitable Trust and Wheels has to be told. And that's what Steve's doing. The story of our NFTs has to be told. And then when we bring on a charity, the story of that charity has to be told. And then if they wanted to raise funds for a specific thing, like building a building or in a college building a building or helping drill wells or whatever it is, that story has to be told. And then on the NFT side of things, same thing. If artists that come on, their story has to be told of why their art's so beautiful. And that's all funnels, sales letters, marketing. That's 100% that. And that's exactly what, and we're testing all that out. That's what Steve's doing. And then we're partnering with some pretty high level people in the business, the cream of the crop in the internet marketing business. Sorry, my light keeps going off. I hope it's not distracting. But the whole point is this: it's the story, and the story has to be told in a nice, simple, believable, and understandable way. And that's what we're doing. And once we do this once, then it's just cut and paste for every charity that we bring on, for every token that we bring on, for every community that we bring on, for every NFT artist that we bring on. I mean, it's really easy to go create some art, put them up on OpenSea, right? But nobody knows about you. And to get on OpenSea front page, you normally have to pay for that, or I don't know how it happens, or you got to know somebody. But if you're just an artist creating some really cool stuff and nobody knows about you, then nothing happens. But in the TOAX environment, we have these funnels and these landing pages that promote your story, and if your story is compelling enough, then you're gonna have sales. You're gonna build a community, and how big is the community is up to you. And that's the beauty of the TOAX system, the ecosystem that we have. That's how
And so many people already have that community. So many people already have that giant community, right? But they just haven't figured out, ways to monetize it. And now that's going to give them a way to monetize that community now, and to really leave that type of a little bit of a legacy. I mean, how cool would it be to build a community out that's so solid that you created your own currency? Okay. Yeah. That's a pretty solid legacy, right? You got a sustainable currency that people actually use around the world. Okay. That's powerful, guys. You did something worth something there. If you put stuff like that together. And that's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. It's really going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Absolutely. So what Steve says is extremely important. And we want millions of currencies on the TOAX exchange, because the more exchanging that's happening, the more fees that are being generated. And we share 77% of that with you guys and with the charities and all that stuff. And so the more the merrier, and it's the really cool thing about smart contracts is it's kind of like set and repeat. Once you got it in there, it's just repeat. It doesn't need us to be able to keep going.
Nobody can screw it up. Yeah. Nobody can screw it up. Nobody can steal from you. Nobody can decide they're not going to pay you this month. It's like, that's the greatest thing about this is it just, it happens with no human interaction at all. And once it's all set up and done, it's going to happen without any human interaction. And that's how you create generational wealth, because you put anything else in the middle, somebody sees you got something going really good. Somebody's going to try and figure out how to get it from you, or how to slow it down, or how to stop it. It's like this way you're putting things in together is just going directly into your wallet every single day. So it's a magical thing, and I can't wait to see it. We've been hearing all about it, and we're putting everything in place. And we're just like you guys. We want to see it all happen, as soon as humanly possible. So that's all I got for today. You got anything else, Doug?
That's it. Yes, just thanks for hope you guys have a great Friday, and thanks for listening. And we'll get back to you probably first part of next week.
Absolutely, we will. Have a good one, guys. Thanks. Have a great weekend.